Hey guys, it's way past my bedtime, but I am crushing videos to make sure you guys farm LUMEL remains with the highest efficiency possible. So today I'm going to show you how I'm going to farm this dungeon for the martial cats. The one you guys you want to farm is probably the dark one because it looks like an AD monster that you can use. Also like a counter cleave monster. Surprise, come to us, counter cleave. Anyways, I'll be showcasing you the team. And what is this? My young tower again? Yo, come to us. How about we give a young tower a buff? Anyways, this tower thing's become a giant meme on my channel, so I'm gonna keep memeing him to death until he gets a buff because I got a Shazam and no one wants to see Shazam buffed. Anyways, the team today, I will show you two speed teams that I'm using. So I will also show you the runes. This is a win dungeon, right? The fact that it's a win dungeon means we're gonna pick fire units because you're gonna take less damage, less crit rate required. You know, what's not to love, right? So the classic team here is you probably use this in your other dungeons. So you just basically you toss them over, and the second unit is Verde, right? And you want to abuse the Garo speed lead and Verde for turn cycling, right? So your last monster is going to be another fire monster. I've tested two teams that I think are most appropriate because the last monster is a defense breaker. And the defense breakers that come to mind first is obviously the Rauk, okay? And what happens here is the problem with Rauk is his defense break on skill 1 is not very reliable. So we don't have reliable defense break. You're gonna have a bigger variance in your dungeon runs, right? So keep in mind I'm doing this on the trial thing because I'm saving my energy for my Ashir. So you'll see that, you know, my Verde takes first turn because mine's an RTA Verde. You know, honestly, your Verde doesn't need to be super fast, but definitely the faster it is and the fact that it's on violent will allow you to turn cycle more and let you have safer and faster runs because the more turns you're taking, the more damage you're doing, right? So for this boss, I target the middle one, and you will see that I don't have any defense breaks, right? So that's the downside of running Rauk, and sometimes Rauk has died because he's squishy, right? You can build Garo on Vampire, you can build your Verde on an HP set, and your Rauk is just pure damage, right? So this is a 116 run. The fastest I've gone, I think, was a 110, something like that. I think that was my fastest, and it wasn't with a Rauk. So I'll show you afterwards. After I finish this run, I'll also show you the runes of this team, okay? So you'll see here that, you know, I do take damage, right? The fact is you do need some HP to tank out some of this, but the fact that you're fire, you're not going to take that much, right? And like I mentioned earlier, Rauk can be really inconsistent, or he can be like trucking out damage with his third skill and cycling with his passive like this, right? This can happen, or, you know, nothing happens, right? So you see how he also violented. Look at that, he's just basically soloing this trash wave. So that's what makes this run fast. If Rauk goes crazy, okay? And let me say this, if you don't have the runes for this, I would definitely... Whoa, Rauk! That was so many scratches. This is gonna be a new record. Anyways, this weekend defense breaks your team. So if you don't have enough damage and you die, try hitting the left side first. So you'll see a 104 run. That is my fastest run here, but it's not gonna be logged. But you saw how crazy the Rauk went, right? This is the young Rauk. It's on violent broken. It doesn't even, like, you only need 85 crit rate because that's the chance to 100% proc because of elemental advantage, right? So you don't even need 85, right? So these are the runes I'm gonna show you right here. They're on violent. I try to use this for RTA, but the fact that it doesn't have any will, and this rune's hot garbage, makes it kind of difficult to use. So here's the Garo. So you use the 30% speed lead, and a Garo has to be on Vampire. And I should make a how to build Garo video. Yeah, that's a good idea. Leave a comment if you like that idea, or thumbs up someone's comment if you like that idea, because I'm gonna bring that back, how to build series featuring Garo. So this is my Garo, okay? And if you want to see individual runes, no, I'll show that to you as well. Because I realize a lot of people like to see runes, and I'm gonna show you these runes, right? So this is my Verd, right? Your Verd can go after your damage dealers to get maximum attack bar increase, but because my Verd is for RTA and yours probably for dragons, you don't really want to, you know, re-rune it, right? So the Verd you have right now is probably most likely just fine. Okay, so the second team I'm gonna show you is using a Shayna. This is way more consistent. This is the wrong Shayna. The reason why it's more consistent is because Shayna's defense break is like, it's gonna be guaranteed onto the boss eventually, right? Because it's way more. Look at your second skill and first skill, and look at the defense rate, and you also stun. Okay, the fact that you can stun is you take less damage, right? The fact that if you take less damage, you control, and you have more defense breaks, you can clear the way faster and take less deeps, right? So you can see how much more safe this was compared to Route, right? But you know, you want to use it for fun units. I'll also show you the Shayna afterwards, okay? So here we go. So Shayna can control if he has second skill, but I don't think the martial cats here would even do enough damage, because as you can see, you know, I'm barely taking any damage here, and if you have like rune quality that it's a little worse, you know, you can imagine you'll be dying, right? So like I mentioned earlier, the left crystal defense breaks you, right? And the boss actually multi-hits. So your Garo can actually die from the middle boss. So if you're lacking damage, hit the left side first, and then you want to go for the boss, okay? Hey, I'm dead. This was not part of the script, come to us. This is not part of the script. But the fact, if you can violent proc and Garo heals up, I should be able to lap. And let me just check my Shayna. My Shayna could be unruined, or it's the wrong one. Let me check. So these are my Shayna stats. Oh, it's even surprising to me. It's pretty slow. This should be first on the team. This is my Necro Shayna. The reason why I know is because it has a shield set and it's on Violent. So your Shayna should actually go. Oh, it should in theory go first, but it's gonna be really hard because your Verd is probably faster than your Shayna. Or it may not be. Well, if your Shayna's first or last, it doesn't really matter. The fact is, you just need your Verd to be on Violent to turn cycle a lot and abuse that, okay? That is the point I want to make, okay? Verd has to be on Violent, and your Shayna can go in between your Garo and your Verd. So Garo can be last if you want to have maximum damage output, defense break, and then kill everything, right? And keep in mind, the Shayna, it is pretty slow, you know, 52 speed. So if it's a little faster, you can lap and use first, second skill to defense break. So I'm targeting the mid boss again because you know, I want to do tons of damage and have fast runs. But for yourself, click the left side if that's not for you, okay? So there you have it. If this Shayna went before my Garo, you will see I would do so much more damage, right? So this run is, I would say, is on average like 120-ish, I would say. I also got a 110 with it. Oh, 108, okay, 108, which is even faster than my Rauk run. So I'm gonna say this is the team to use, and it would have been even faster if my Shayna went before my Garo because more damage, right? So once again, this is the most safe speed team that I've found because consistent defense break, turn cycling, Garo doesn't die. Okay, so make sure if you guys enjoyed this, like, subscribe, and comment. And I do have videos on the werewolf dungeon, so make sure you check that out as well if you're gonna find that. Hey guys, make sure you also share a comment below with what your team is. I just tried to use Gene and it's hot garbage. I got a 147. Gene is not getting hot content.